Want to know why? Ask how. Howard the Humongous. Well, if you thought the United States was beyond presidential coups, takeovers from behind the scenes of the American government, including the White House, it's time to rethink that point of view. A little group of billionaires has been working for 50 years to get you and me to think the way that it thinks, to think that the solution to all of our problems is to shrink the government down to nothing and is to remove taxes from guess who? Billionaires. That little group, when it couldn't get the White House straight away, in the days of the John Birch Society, when a bunch of them were considered nuts, that was back in the early 1950s, they did something very clever. They're resilient guys. They started planting professorships and departments at universities all over the country so that their points of view, which had been regarded previously as fringe, could be regarded as mainstream. They could come from people at Harvard and Princeton and Texas A&M. They did more. They planted an infrastructure, a political infrastructure in states all over America that elected their people, ultra-conservative people, to positions in state legislatures, to governorships. They took over the government from below, and this year they thought they were going to get the White House. Why? Because when the Koch brothers got this group of billionaires that includes the Kochs, the Bradleys, the Olins, and a bunch of others together, they managed to get almost $1 billion in commitments to campaign contributions. They knew it was their year for the White House to fall into their hands. And guess what? It didn't work. There was a rebellion against the billionaires. That's what this entire campaign has been about. Donald Trump is rebelling against the billionaires way over on the right. He's independent of them. Why? He is a billionaire. And Bernie Sanders is rebelling against the billionaires and has gotten 6 million donations from people like you and me, showing that the American grassroots, when it's roused, can actually pour in more money than the goddamn fucking billionaires. The billionaires have not been happy about this. The billionaires don't want Donald Trump in the White House. They want one of their puppets in the White House. So what have they come up with? A subtle plan for a coup, a subtle way to take over the White House for the billionaires. It's called the 12th Amendment Operation, and it appeared 2 days ago in the Daily Beast. Here's how it works. If Donald Trump becomes the nominee of the Republican Party, the billionaires will back a third-party candidate. But it's not like Ralph Nader. It's not a third-party candidate designed to just bleed a few votes from either the Republican Party or the Democratic Party. It's a ticket designed to bleed votes from both of them. It's a ticket designed to run in only 5 to 7 states. Just enough states to keep Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump from getting a majority in the Electoral College. Now, if you don't get a majority in the Electoral College, here's what happens. The 12th Amendment says the election has to be thrown to the House of Representatives. And who controls the House of Representatives? Republicans, but not just any Republicans. The Republicans that this group of billionaires has been working to plant under our feet, under the Capitol Dome for 50 years. And those Republicans, according to the 12th Amendment operation, would then vote in a candidate, the third-party candidate, chosen, hand-picked by the billionaires to be a puppet for the billionaires. Who do the billionaires have in mind? Well, they have a bipartisan ticket in mind to peel off voters from both parties. Who would be at the top of the ticket? It would be either Tom Coburn or Condoleezza Rice. Both Republicans they can control. Who would be number 2 on the ticket? A Democrat. How very gracious of them. But the Democrat would be Jim Webb, who used to be a Republican and is now nominally a Democrat. That's their ticket. That's their plan. If you can't get the White House by going through the standard Republican route, use the 12th Amendment and get there via the House of Representatives and make sure that you are puppeteering the next president of the United States. It's a coup, ladies and gentlemen, and we have to stop it. This is Howard the Humongous, speaking to you from the future. It's your job and my job to make. Or, want to know why? Ask how. And now, for that stupid, sleazy, slimy, but wait, I want to tell you one other thing. My second book, Global Brain, The Evolution of Mass Mind from the Big Bang to the 21st Century, is about how subcultures compete to control the larger culture within which they coexist with other subcultures. It's how subcultures try to work their way up the hierarchical ladder and become the alpha beast. And the subculture that wins in that hierarchical competition gets to be the eyes and ears of the whole society. It's called attention structures. It gets to control the way that we behave and the way that we perceive. The billionaire class is out to undo every subculture you and I belong to and believe in. Don't let them do it. Want to know why? Ask how. Howard the Humongous. And now for that stupid, sleazy, slimy, seditious, impossible to find little, it's like a clitoris, little off button. Here we go.